soccer on your table. This is Super Team. Cards, dice, and tactics combined for fast, tense matches.
It's half the distance plus 1.
5, 6.
Yeah, so it's 3 plus 1 for the blocker plus 2.
So what is that?
So that's 6.
You need to get a
So I need to
6.
get a 6.
Yeah, and you're spending your star, obviously.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I need to get 5.
Yeah, you can do it. Because you get a 4.
Welcome to Brains on Games. I'm Dr. Brian McDonald, and today we're going to talk about Super Team from Roomiz Games. This is a game that's about to hit crowdfunding. You can play it with 1 to 2 players. Games work with kids or young adults age 14 and older, and games take anywhere from 45 minutes maybe to an hour and 15 minutes to play. Let's take a deeper look at Super Team from Roomiz Games. Super Team is medium in terms of its complexity, and this is a super thematic game where you're trying to score the most goals in a soccer game by the time you reach the end. It's extremely adjustable. You can adjust the length of the game. You can adjust the strategic complexity as well. You've got player boards that are double-sided. One side is the more advanced version of the game. The rules are light. You've got a small deck of cards. You're going to have a hand of 4 cards. You can play 3 of them on your turn, and then you draw up to 4. You're playing cards in order to move your players to shoot or pass or dribble or tackle the opponents. Actions besides moving require a die roll to be successful, and you've got a player board here where you've assigned points that allow you to roll extra dice. This is done at the very beginning of the game and revised at halftime. Some card plays will earn you morale tokens that you can use to add a +1 bonus to your roll. You can play up to 3 of these. Turns in this game are tense and dramatic, and you're hanging on the edge of each die roll. I'll talk about skills in a bit more detail later on in the week, but let me mention one very important thing about this game, and it is planning. You're budgeting, you're managing your cards and the actions that they allow you to take. Although you do get some extra options. You can discard a card for a move or a shot, and you're trying to get your players positioned. This is a terrible position here. I have the captain in front of the net, and there's no one there to back him up or to tackle another player if he manages to get the ball. Final thoughts about Super Team. Of course, this is a prototype, so some things may change. Rules might change a little bit. A couple of things I need to say, though, about this thing. It is super thematic as it stands. There are some additional variant rules in the rule book, like injury time, extra time that you can add on to each half. There are offside rules that you can add if you want to. So it feels like soccer. When we were practicing this game, doing the playthrough for this video, it was my son really who played, and I was kind of walking around and filming as he was playing against his uncles. He was a soccer player in high school. He traveled to Europe to play soccer, and he said, yeah, it does kind of feel like those tactics when you're playing soccer. You've got the cards that look like those clipboards that diagram plays. So it feels thematic. You've got captains that have special abilities. It is customizable in terms of how complicated it is, with player abilities and captains who add extra bonuses to certain actions if you want to play it that way, but the other side is blank, so there's no captain ability. So you can really adjust things and make it a bit more strategic as you're playing through. You've got a small hand of cards that is really flexible. You've got 4 cards and you can play 3, but you've got these actions that allow you to earn some extra bonuses, or you can discard a card just to move a player or to take a shot or dribble or tackle. It's thematic, intense, and it's like a chess match where you're trying to position everything just so that you're more likely to score that goal or be able to recover if you fail to make that die roll. Having the option to play solo is a great addition here, but I think what I really like is that customizability. So there's a little bit of asymmetry in this game because you've got team boards. Well, you could play just the basic, but teams have a certain captain, teams have a certain ability that's going to put different cards in their deck. Their captains have some power that adds a bonus to certain actions. So there's a little bit of asymmetry, but not too much. Not so much that you have to learn a totally different rule set. These guys break the rules a little bit, but that makes it more interesting, and it changes up your strategy and how you're going to play the game. Are there downsides though? I mean, the fact that it's so thematic, that it's like a soccer game, um, it is thematic, and so it's a low scoring game. That might be a downside for some players. You're not constantly scoring goals in this game. You really have to plan ahead and set things up in that chess match kind of a fashion. We did find, well, one of the players in particular found that these cards, which I really like because they look like those playbooks that you'd be getting as a soccer coach, um, but the iconography was a little bit tough for some of the players that I played with to kind of wrap their head around. Not so bad, but there's a learning curve there. It is a 1 or 2 player game. We played where 2 people were playing together cooperatively, and that was still fun. So it's maybe a little bit flexible, but it's meant to be played by 1 or 2 players. And it is that kind of tactical chess match. So if you're looking for an action style soccer game, this is not what you're getting here. This is a real strategic exercise. And I think not only is it thematic, but I really like the style. The artwork is really neat. You've got this kind of almost a watercolor of the soccer players. You've got great big captain cards. I remember sitting on the sidelines with blankets like this when my son was playing soccer, so it really brought back a lot of memories for me. So there are maybe a few downsides. I think that those are kind of minor as long as you know what you're getting into. I think this is a great soccer game. It's not an action soccer game, it's a tactical, strategic soccer game, but it really brings out that theme, and it felt like I remember that feeling of scoring a goal when my son scored in soccer. Fantastic. So thanks so much to Roomiz for sending this my way. I'll put some information about the campaign in the show notes below the video. If you have questions or comments, you can leave them in the comment section below. You can email me at brian@brainsongames.ca. You can check the brainsongames.ca website. Previous episodes are up there. Future ones will go up there too. Brains on Games is the X handle and the Facebook page and the Instagram feed, so we're all over the place. And if you enjoyed this video, you want to be notified of future ones, you can head on over to YouTube and click that subscribe button. Thanks for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you next time.